For the past few years, people have started equating isekai anime shows with the grubby, generic harem anime shows. Boy, I'm glad the Gimcrack situation didn't persist. That's because anime shows like Tate no Yusha no Nariagari, also known as The Rising of the Shield Hero, saved the day. I've actually read Tate no Yusha no Nariagari in its manga form. As soon as I got hooked on it, I knew it was bound for greatness. Then, it received its anime adaptation. I was overjoyed. It always brings me delight when the manga I read become full-fledged anime shows. So now, let me show you some titles that are at par with Tate no Yusha no Nariagari. These are shows that are highly acclaimed and recommended. Watch them all and enjoy the experience. We start on the list on Dead Man Wonderland. Dead Man Wonderland isn't that great of an anime, but if you want something quick to watch that is somewhat similar to The Rising of the Shield Hero, which is violent and has a lot of profanity, then why not check it out? The anime has a total of 12 episodes and each episode is about 24 minutes in length. The protagonist of this anime is Gana Igarashi. He is seemingly a normal middle school student who goes to a prison amusement park with his entire class as part of a field trip. The park is called Dead Man Wonderland and the inmates perform for the amusement of the viewers. But things take a darker turn when a mysterious man in red appears and slaughters his classmates. Somehow it looks like Gana is the perpetrator and he receives a death sentence and is sent to Dead Man Wonderland. This is a place where it is going to be hard to survive as prisoners need to fight in deadly matches. So inexperience gets the better of him at first. Gana learns that he has the ability to control his blood and use it as a weapon. He uses his abilities to survive the harsh environment, all the while trying to find the man in the red. The man who is responsible for his current predicament.
デッドマンワンダーランド。
迷宮都市オラリオン。ダンジョンと通称される壮大な地下迷宮を保有する巨大都市。
One might ask the reason as to why is it wrong to try to pick up girls in a dungeon is on this list? There are a couple of reasons. First is the similar setting. Both the worlds are magical. The only difference being the protagonist of this anime not being new to his fantasy world. The second similarity is that both the protagonists start on the ground level and need to work hard and level up to become really powerful. Belle Cronell lives in the city of Orario, a place which is anything but dull. He lives in a world where gods and humans coexist and have a hard time getting along. Belle dreams of becoming the greatest adventurer ever, but his dreams get a chance to become reality when he encounters Hestia, the lonely goddess. Hestia decides to support the young adventurer in his quest. The duo decides to undertake a dangerous adventure to explore the catacombs lying underneath the city. Dungeon is the name given to these catacombs where dangerous creatures of darkness live. Is Belle's resolve strong enough to get him through? The next on the list is the Re-Zero, staying on the concept of a protagonist being forcefully transported to another world. We have Re-Zero, Kara Hajimeru Isekai Seikatsu. The anime has a total of 25 episodes and each episode is around 25 minutes in length. Like Noah Umi in The Rising of the Shield Hero, the protagonist of Re-Zero, Kara Hajimeru Isekai Seikatsu, is taken to an unknown world much to his surprise. He starts being pretty weak and inexperienced, but as time passes by he gets more experienced and becomes much more adaptive and strong. Subaru Natsuki is the main character in this anime who finds himself in a fantasy world about which he has no idea. Upon landing there, some thugs attack him and Subaru quickly loses the fight and gets hurt. Fortunately, a girl by the name of Satella saves him. To thank her for her kindness, Subaru promises to help her find the person who stole her insignia. He does find that person, but a dark force has been stalking them for a long time and the duo is murdered. Subaru then wakes up to find that he is in the same situation again as history repeats itself and Subaru and Satella experience similar fate. Will he ever get out of this endless loop?
"動かないでくれると助かる."
レンフレッド、ずいぶん目をかけているみたいだな。やはり彼女が大事な実験体だからか？
実験体。
Coming at number 7 is Mahou Sugai no Yome. Chise Hattori is a teenage girl whom the entire world has left alone. Her parents left her when she was just a child and her unconventional behavior brought criticism and ridicule from everyone. In these situations, anyone will lose hope. Chise lost hope in herself and her life. She decides that all she needs is a place to go to his home, and for that, she will be willing to sell herself as a slave to any buyer. A mask-wearing mysterious man buys Chise for £5 million. Later, she finds out that the man is Elias Ainsworth, who is a wizard or mage. He takes Chise to his beautiful cottage somewhere in Middle England. Various magical beings like fairies, for instance, greets Chise on her arrival. She is to become the apprentice and the bride of the ancient magus. The show has a total of 24 episodes, with each episode being 24 minutes in length. It is a really nice anime, and the similarity with The Rising of the Shield Hero lies with the fact that both have a similar main character. Both the protagonists face similar situations as they are brought to a different world and have to undertake magical challenges.
だからエリアスが私の手を離すまでは私はあの人のものです。
総員慶中。
諸君、待たせたな。戦争の時間だ。
The next on the list is the Yujo Senki. Yujo Senki is a really entertaining anime. The feel and implementation of the premise are really fresh. Tanya Degorashov has the nickname of Devil of the Rhine, and for very good reason. She has the personality of a predator, she is ruthless, and has the ability to use her brains to decimate her enemies. She works as a soldier in the army. What people don't is that Tanya is actually a man. In past, he challenges being X, who proclaims himself to be the god. As a result of his challenge, being X reincarnates him as a little girl in a world where magical warfare exists. Tanya now needs to use her wits to win the war and rise through the military ranks as soon as possible. Finally, she wants to defeat being X and get back her peaceful life as her real self.
栄光を。
Matching on number 5 is the No Game No Life. No Game No Life is one of the most entertaining isekai anime out there. It is visually appealing due to its wonderful art and animation. The anime revolves around two siblings, Sora and Shiro, who love playing games. They are so good at it that their username Blank has got legendary status. Their view of the real world is that of a lame game too. But when they accept a challenge they receive by email, they find themselves in another world. This is Disboard, a world where every dispute has only one solution: games. The opposite parties solve their disputes by playing kids' games. The ruler of this world is Pet. Sora and Shiro decide to unite every faction present in Disboard and challenge Tet. They want to defeat the god of games ruling this world and become the new rulers themselves. The next in our list is the Haita Gensu no Grimgar. Haita Gensu no Grimgar is another anime that is on the quirky side of the isekai spectrum. It's unlike any other, I tell you. Despite the fact that Haita Gensu no Grimgar has taken the slice of life trail, its overtones are quite serious and hyper-realistic. It's not just about battling otherworldly creatures and making full use of supernatural RPG skills. It's also about survival. Its main characters don't just wake up in another world, pick up some arms, and join the fray as adventurers. They try their best to survive by learning about their newfangled circumstances, adapting to the dire conditions, and inching their way out little by little. Haita Gensu no Grimgar may have a quirky plot and a questionable story direction, but watching it unfold before your very eyes is well worth everything. Its color palette, as well as its watercolor backgrounds, are superb. There's a lot of artistic value in this anime. Haita Gensu no Grimgar may seem indefensible and dubitable, but I guarantee you, this show has a lot of raw potential.
俺たちがどこからどうやってここに来たのか。でもこれだけは確かだ。ここじゃないどこかの月は赤くなかった。
Standing tall at number 3 is the Goblin Slayer. Goblin Slayer came out just one season ahead of Tate no Yusha no Nariagari. While it's not a denizen of the isekai genre, it's set in brutal fantasy world where the cruel conditions of reality persists. Moreover, this show has a main character, the Goblin Slayer, that sort of mirrors the Shield Hero. In fact, if the Shield Hero and the Goblin Slayer were put together in a single world, I'm pretty sure they'd be the best of buddies. Goblin Slayer is true to its name. It's a show where goblins are superbly evil, warranting their extermination in the most vicious of ways. This anime starts off in a controversial way. Then, it's a roller coaster ride from there. It's bloody, savage, and ingenious. This show doesn't know how to hold back. Mind you, Goblin Slayer is a show that is definitely not for everyone. It reeks of gore and violence. It's something you watch just for the kick of it. But if I must say so myself, this show is as intuitive as it is stimulating. It's actually well put and intelligent. The top 2 in our list is The Overlord. If Rising of the Shield Hero has an anti-hero as its main character, then Overlord has an actual villain as its main character. It may sound crazy, but protagonists of this generation aren't just one-sided and goody two-shoes characters anymore. As a result, they've become much more nuanced and fleshed out. If you fancy the idea of wielding overwhelming power only to be able to bend the world just because you can, then Overlord will surely humor you. This show is a dark comedy that is riddled with machinations of mayhem. Ainzo Oal Gown may just be acting the role of the almighty Overlord, but his role is nothing to joke about. His very existence has the power to determine the fate of the world he is currently in. Overlord is very interesting to watch, though its main character is unorthodox. It works well since he's also the villain. Now, aren't you intrigued? I suggest you catch this anime as soon as possible, unless you want to incur the wrath of the all-powerful Overlord.
お帰りなさいませ。アイン様。
The number 1 in our list is That Time I Got Reincarnated as a Slime. I can't help but think of that time I got reincarnated as a slime whenever I see the Rising of the Shield Hero. After all, they're both of the same quality and breed. Furthermore, they're both from the same generation. If you forced me to pick just one of these shows, I'm going to revolt because I'm picking both no matter what. That Time I Got Reincarnated as a Slime is a phenomenal isekai wonder. All this time, We've been fed isekai shows that are not worth more than those low-quality harem shows that are chock full of genericism and overused tropes. To put everything in simple terms, That Time I Got Reincarnated as a Slime is one of those novel shows that have the power to mold the world of anime itself. I believe that Time I Got Reincarnated as a Slime is one of the trailblazers in our current generation of mainstream anime shows. If in the past decade, as we had Naruto, Dragon Ball, One Piece, and other mainstream shonen anime shows, then now we have the rising of the Shield Hero and various other shows from a wide range of genres. Catching up and redefining the essence of the world of mainstream anime. I urge you to watch this show. Trust me, it's for your own good.
ツークールやるのだ
So what do you think of this list and which your favorite anime like The Rising of the Shield Hero? Comment below and let us know. Don't forget to leave a like if you like the video. Subscribe if you want to see more anime related content. I'll see you next time in Anime XD.